There's going to be changes that are going to happen in your life, and it's going to affect your children. I will help you through that process, but it'll come down to what you and your spouse can determine is what you think is best for your child. If for some reason you're unable to come to a meeting of that, then it will go to the court, and that will become their judgment as to what's the best interest of the children. And obviously, we always prefer that you and your spouse make that decision, not a court that may meet you for 2 hours of your life and make a decision for your child or children for the next 10 to 15 to 18 years. We're going to try to resolve it without going to court if possible. Not only is it better for you, better for your children, it's also less expensive for you as well. And we want to try to do what works out best for you in the long run. If for some reason you're unable to come to a meeting of that, we're going to go to court and vigorously do whatever we can to get the results that you're looking for. In Florida, each of you will do a financial affidavit, and we'll look at how much you make, how much your spouse makes, what type of parenting plan we have of how you're going to share time with your children, and then we can determine by Florida guidelines what your child support would be. And we can show a change in circumstances, then we can go to court for a modification and try to get something changed, whether it's the amount of child support being paid, the amount of child support you're receiving, or the parenting plan itself. Sometimes, depending on how long it is and what happened in the marital settlement agreement, we may be able to modify that as well if we can show that there was some fraud of some sort in there or everything wasn't done properly. Those are a little bit more difficult when you're dealing strictly with financial issues than it is dealing with the children issues, but there's usually always something we can at least attempt. You want to make sure that your rights are always protected. You want to be able to actually spend quality time with your children. I would always recommend that you go through an attorney if you're facing a divorce, especially if you have children.